Employer responsibilities. Under the ADA compliance tips for businesses. The Americans with Disabilities Act, or ADA, is a civil rights law enacted in 1990 that prohibits discrimination against individuals with disabilities in employment, public services, transportation, and public accommodations. Under Title I of the ADA, employers are required to provide equal employment opportunities and reasonable accommodations to qualified employees with disabilities. The law applies to private employers, state and local governments, employment agencies, and labor unions with 15 or more employees. Employers must comply with ADA regulations by ensuring non-discriminatory hiring practices, workplace accessibility, and reasonable accommodations. Here are key responsibilities. Non-discriminatory hiring and employment practices. Employers cannot refuse to hire a qualified individual based on their disability. Job descriptions should focus on essential functions rather than physical abilities. Employers cannot ask disability-related questions during interviews unless they relate to job performance. Providing reasonable accommodations. Employers must provide reasonable accommodations to enable employees with disabilities to perform their job duties. Examples include workplace modifications, assistive technology, flexible work arrangements, policy adjustments, and communication support. Employers do not have to provide accommodations that cause undue hardship, meaning significant difficulty or expense. ADA compliance best practices. Train HR and management to ensure staff understands ADA requirements and accommodation processes. Engage in the interactive process with employees to determine appropriate accommodations. Maintain confidentiality by keeping medical information private and separate from personnel files. Post ADA notices in the workplace and regularly review policies to align with ADA regulations. The U.S. Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, or EEOC, enforces ADA workplace protections. Employers must engage in an interactive process with employees to determine appropriate accommodations. Employees can file complaints with the EEOC if they experience discrimination or denial of accommodations. For further reading and official guidance, check out the resources in our video description. Smash that like button, subscribe, and follow us on Instagram and YouTube at 99rights_online for more legal quickies. Catch you later. And remember, knowledge is power. Stay informed, stay empowered, and keep fighting for what's right. See you next time. Like this? If you found this information helpful and inspiring, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with your friends and family. Give us it.